All right. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome back to another PE live show. Really happy to be here with you guys this week. Really excited to talk to you guys about scaling. And I want to specifically share with you guys the systems that we have put in place to allow us to scale to multiple five-figure months organically, back to back. And we're talking about no paid advertising, no funnels, no webinars, no email sequences. Really excited to share this with you guys. And really just talk about what do those systems look like, and what do you need to get set up in your business so that you have an easy, simplified scale. Okay, so I'd love for you guys in the comments to tell me where you're tuning in from. I'd also love to hear from you guys. What is it that you're looking to do scale-wise? Are you looking for 5K months? Are you going for 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K, or even 100K months? When you think about scaling, what does that look like for you? I'm really excited if you want to share that in the comments. I know for me, I used to think scaling was like, oh, if I could get to my first 10K a month. But I will tell you, for me, scaling is far beyond that. And it's so much bigger than that. And I'm excited to share with you guys and walk you through, what do you really need in place to have a scale, right? What do you need and who do you need in place to actually allow you to have a scale in your business that's creating a recurring revenue that is consistent, predictable, and sustainable month after month, right? So share in the comments, what does scaling look like for you, right? This is different for everybody. It could be 10K months, could be 100K months. What does scaling look like for you? What is your vision around that so that we can make sure we talk about that here today? So the first thing I want to kind of share with you guys is just a little backstory of I spent probably the first 5 years in my coaching business doing one-on-one coaching. And there's nothing wrong with one-to-one coaching. There's nothing wrong with it at all. The problem with the one-on-one coaching is it's not the long game. Right? By itself, it doesn't create scalability, right? It doesn't create rents, repeatable, recurring revenue, because at the end of the day, you can't scale one-to-one coaching, right? One-to-one coaching, one-to-one service, right? Done for you, done with you, one-to-one coaching is a trade in your time for money business model. Okay. So I spent about 5 or 6 years in that business model. And so I wasn't able to scale beyond 10K months. Okay. And that was because I didn't have a scalable business model. How many of you can relate with that? How many people, how many of you are doing the one-to-one hustle, trading your time for money, and you're at the point in your business where you're like, okay, this is definitely not going to work for the long game. This one-to-one is definitely not going to be my forever thing. Something's going to have to change, right? How many of you kind of feeling you're doing a lot of the trading the time for money, right? Just say me in the comments if you feel like, oh, that's exactly where I'm at right now, doing a lot of trading the time for money, right? One-to-one, one-to-one. I was there for about 6 years. You don't need to be, you shouldn't be. I think one-to-one coaching has its place. I think it's great in the beginning. I also think that you should shift out of it quickly and have a, longer term, sustainable, more scalable leverage business model to go hand in hand with that one-to-one, if you even want to do one-to-one. Okay. So when I scaled, I actually eliminated my one-to-one. And I only focused on my leveraged program. I haven't done one-on-one coaching for a very long time now. It's just not something that lights me up at the moment. And I find that pouring my heart and soul into a leveraged business model definitely supports my vision and my goals and my lifestyle far more than one-to-one coaching. So if I was to do one-to-one coaching today, it would be probably a $30,000, $40,000 investment for somebody. It just would not be something that I would be using as my main source of revenue. Does that make sense? So let's talk about this a little bit. I want to talk about this scalable business model because this is kind of step number one. I think a lot of people have this idea of scaling, meaning I need more clients, I want to make more money, right? So I need to work harder. I want more clients, I need to make more money, so I'm going to work harder, I'm going to work more. A lot of entrepreneurs come to me with that mentality. They come to me saying, oh my God, I don't have enough people in my audience to scale. I don't have enough clients paying me enough. I'm not charging enough. There's all these things, right? So the first thing, guys, is you need a business model that is scalable. So I already started by saying one-to-one is not scalable, right? So if you're at the one-to-one level and you feel like you're doing well, right? You're working with clients, you're getting great results, you're making some money, but you're also feeling burnt out. You're feeling very tired. You're feeling like, okay, if I want a life, if I want a family, if I want to travel, if I want to take good care of myself, like this isn't always going to work, right? If you're kind of feeling that way, you've got to start to think about and start kind of marinating the idea of switching into, or at least add in, a leverage scalable business model, right? So what I see with entrepreneurs and why they can't get past a certain amount of income or revenue in their business is, number one, you don't have a scalable business model. You didn't design your business model, your program, and your offer to be scalable. So you're stuck trading time for money, chasing down clients, and rinse, repeat, and starting over all the time, right? So the first thing is you have to have a scalable business model. You need to look at the structure and the delivery in which you are delivering your program, your services to your clients. What does that look like? What is the structure of your program? You know, what's the term? How many months is it? What's the experience? What's happening? Like, what does the program look like? Is it something that you could bring in a lot of clients? If I gave you 20 clients today, if I handed you 20 clients today, would you feel overwhelmed? Or would you feel, over the moon excited and ecstatic and you couldn't wait to serve them all? Or would you feel like, holy cow, how the heck will I ever serve all of these clients, right? Where will I find the time to do this? So a lot of you guys want more clients, but you actually don't have even the capacity or the bandwidth to take on the amount of clients that you actually want to create the kind of revenue that you want, right? So it's a broken business model. It's a broken business model. You want more clients on one hand, but you really don't have the time to serve more clients, or it doesn't feel good to bring on that many, right? I always ask my clients, if I give you 30 clients, 20 or 30 clients today, would you feel completely overwhelmed with how the hell you're going to serve all those people and how you're going to be able to manage all that? Or would you be like, boom sauce, got this, in the bag, easy peasy, love it, can serve all these clients? So when we're asking the universe and we're taking action steps to bring in more clients, we need to make sure that our business model is actually designed to serve more clients without it killing you and burning you out. So that's a really good thing to be looking at and start asking yourself is, wow, right? Am I actually set up with a scalable business model? If I brought on even 10 more clients today, or 20 or 30, would I be able to handle that without burning out, without it taking more of my time? Or would it completely burn me out? I'd be overwhelmed. I wouldn't know how I'm going to handle all of those clients, right? So that's the first thing I want you guys looking at. Do you have a scalable business model in place? Are you trading time for money? Or are you creating a business model that has recurrent sustainable revenue and is providing a big win and a big transformation and a fantastic experience for your clients? Okay, so you really need to be looking at that, and then the pricing, right? Because again, if you're trying to go for 50K months, or even 100K months, or even for some of you 5 or 10K months, how many clients are you going to need at a payment plan to create that? And then how does that feel? A lot of the people that come to me are like, I need 10 clients at this price point in order for me to make 5K a month. And they're like, I can't do that. I don't have time to do that. That's exhausting. That sounds like, crazy. The problem is you guys want to increase your price point to attract a premium client who wants to come into a bigger investment in a longer term commitment with you because they want the win and the transformation. They're not looking for a quick win or an overnight success, right? This allows you to justify your price and raise it higher so you don't need as many clients, right? But at the same time, you want it designed so that you can bring on as many clients as you want, and it doesn't increase your time and effort, right? If I signed 50 clients today, if I had 50 clients join my program today, it wouldn't take any more time from me or effort than I'm already doing right now with the 30-ish that I have in my program. It wouldn't take any additional time or effort for me. It's designed for a lot of clients. My program is designed for a lot of clients. I could take on hundreds. It wouldn't affect my time and effort, right? So I want you guys, and here's the thing, at the same time, it is extremely hands-on and very customizable. It's very hybrid. So it's not lacking support. It's not a cookie cutter course. It's not a hands-off self-study. This is a live program that I've created, right? And inside it provides transformation and wins for my clients and an amazing experience you won't get in any of your other investments. So when you think about your program, guys, in order to bring in those high-end clients so you can charge more, you're going to need to really structure and deliver your program in a way that is high-end, that is extremely uncommon, right? And that bridges the gap that everybody's looking for, that nobody else is providing. So your business model, your offer, your program needs to be designed for that type of scale. So I want you guys to give me a 1 in the comments if you feel like you have a totally amazing scalable business model. I want you to give me a 2 if you feel like you might have a broken business model. You might have a business model that's not scalable in the way that you would like to be able to scale. Okay? It's not a good or bad thing. It's more of an awareness. It's more of just like, okay, I need to get my system dialed in, right? I need to get my business model dialed in to be scalable and to serve the ultimate goal that I'm trying to go for, right? You're trying to go for that scale. What does that look like for you? Is what you're doing now setting you up for that? Or is it actually pushing you away from that scale? That's the important questions that we really need to be asking, right? And you want to be looking at that. Okay. So that's the first step, guys, is really looking at your business model. And you can still do one-to-one if you love it. That's fine. But what is another offer that is more leveraged and more scalable that you could begin to build a brand around and start to build some recurring revenue that is sustainable and scalable that would allow you to bring on more clients as time goes on, but not take more of your time and effort so that you can start to move out of the one-to-one hustle and you can start to shift out of trading your time for money. Does that make sense? So I want you guys to really be thinking about how your business model, your program, and your offer needs to really be designed and delivered to support the lifestyle and the income that you want to have, the income, the impact, and the lifestyle. Okay? Because if what you're doing now is not doing that, bringing on more clients isn't going to solve your problem, right? Bringing on more clients is not going to solve the problem if bringing on more clients takes more of your time and energy. Then that kind of defeats the purpose of scaling, and it really defeats the purpose of having a life and a business that's built by design that supports your lifestyle, right? So if you're asking the universe for more clients and you're taking actions to get more, but you're also feeling like you're already tired, you're already exhausted, and you can't imagine how you'll ever do this long term, and you don't actually really, truly, deeply want to bring more clients into a one-to-one model, but yet you're asking for it because you do want the impact and the income, you got to really start at that point to be thinking, what would a more leveraged, scalable business model look like for me? And maybe I need to start putting that in place, okay? That way you can attract those clients versus kind of pushing those clients away, right? So that's the first thing is, do you have a scalable business model or do you have a broken business model? Okay. The second thing is you really need to have a strong lead generation system in place. Okay. With a heavy focus on human connection. So I think running Facebook ads is fine. We don't run any ads and we do multiple 5-figure months back to back organically with a very small, very activated, extremely hot audience. We actually do not run ads or anything like that. We don't run webinars. We don't have funnels. We don't run email sequences. Everything that we do is very hands-on, very organic. And we put people behind our company, not systems or not automation. But the system that you do want in place is a very strong lead generation system that has a very extremely high touch of human connection. Okay, so one of the problems that I see in the industry is a lot of times you guys don't have enough people to sell to. If you don't have an audience, if you don't have leads, if you don't have leads coming into your audience every day, then you have a broken system. right? Who are you going to sell to without having leads, right? You're only going to be able to run through the leads that you currently have so many times before they're exhausted and they're going to stop paying attention. So every day, there should be leads every single day coming into your Facebook group. Every day. There should never be a day where there are not leads coming into your Facebook group, your email list, building up your social platform connections. You need leads every single day. Preferably, if you don't have 10 to 20 leads a day, you have a broken system. If you don't have 10 to 20 leads connecting with you, joining your Facebook group, getting on your email list every day, you have a broken system. You don't have enough people to sell to, right? If you only have 1 or 2 people a week or a day joining your space and connecting with you and becoming, a subscriber on your email list or a member in your Facebook group, you don't have enough people to sell to on a scalable level, right? So you need to be making sure that you have a nice, strong organic lead generation system. So I grow my audience up to about 20 or so people a day, right? Organically, just basic general marketing. And we're doing about upward toward 20-ish per day between my Facebook group, my email list. And that's rapidly growing by the week. Right. And so you have to have enough people to sell to, or you don't, in your audience, or you're not going to be able to scale. You're always going to be kind of client chasing, right? Chase that next client, chase the next one and the next one. And you're not going to be able to fill a leverage program because you don't have enough people. That's the second thing that people come to me with. They have this program. They're excited to launch it. They can't wait to fill it. They're so excited about it. They poured their whole life into it. And then they say, oh my God, I need 20 or 30 sales to hit my goals. And I don't have enough people in my audience to do it, right? So if you're planning to do a scale, if you're planning to have a leverage business model, a scalable business model, you've got to have a lead generation system in place that's bringing you leads every day, upward toward that 10, 20 per day, if not more, right? If you're not doing that, you're just not going to have enough people in your audience to sell to, right? And so you're going to be grasping and chasing people down. So how many of you guys just put lead gen in the comments if you have 10 or 20 or more people coming in every single day connecting with you. And these people are engaged. They're in conversation with you. You're communicating with them. You have two-way conversation. These people are excited. They're engaged. They're activated. They're probably very hot buyers. If you don't have that right now, then that's the next system I would really be looking at is I need to get a lead generation system to start to build and grow my audience so that when I launch this group program and I tell the world about it, I've already got people ready to flood into it, right? It's not going to be no chasing and convincing or having a failed launch. I've got people ready to just pour right into the program, right? When I opened the doors to my group program for the first time, I think about 30 people slide right in. It was very fast, very, very easy, right? And now every time we launch, we bring 10, 15 or more people in every time. And it's a 10-day launch or less. It's not a big month, 2-3 month drawn out launch. They're very short sprints and they're bringing in a whole boatload of people at a time. And that is due to having a scalable business model, having a strong lead gen system in place, right? That is scalable. Not just something you're having to do time for money, but scalable. And I want to mention too, how people talk about those 16 touches or whatever, or more that people need to have generally before they buy from you. This is still very true in the marketplace today. That, if someone doesn't see you or hear something from you 16 or more times, they're typically not going to buy from you. Right? Like it's very rare that someone just buys right away. It happens. But generally speaking, people want to see an email from you 16 times before they buy, a Facebook Live or a live video from you 16 times or more before they buy, right? They want to see and hear from you 16 or more times in various ways before they're really going to get into a sales conversation and invest any big amount of money with you, especially high ticket, right? So the way that we set up our lead gen system is that big human connection that I talked about, right? We have a massive level of human connection, and that human connection provides that 16 touches in just a few days, if not within a week, Okay. And that curves the time, right? If you think about any other way, it takes weeks to convert your cold leads into paying clients, especially high ticket. It could take weeks, sometimes months, because they need all those touches, right? When you set up a proper lead gen system that has a high level of human connection, those touches are happening much faster, which is curving the conversion time, creating an instant rapport and relationship where people trust you almost instantly and they come into your program almost right away. Within hours, days, weeks. A lot of times my clients have same-day sales, but you have sales much faster, much easier, okay, when there's a higher level of human connection that is part of your lead generation. So you're not just building an audience and dumping them somewhere. You're building an audience and then we're hitting them with these beautiful, very high-end, organic, non-aggressive touches that are 16 or more in a very short time that creates the know, like, and trust factor much faster. Okay, builds that rapport up a little bit quicker and gets people into your program a lot faster. Okay, so that is something that is scalable, right? Like, I don't do that. I don't do my lead gen. My team does it, right? We have people that go out and generate our leads organically for us. We have people that nurture them and get them into activating them and hitting them with the 16 touches and then selling to them. I don't do any of it. And that's the part of scale, right? If I had to do all that, it wouldn't be scaling. It'd be trading my time for money, right? So again, you've got to have systems in place that can be handed off to team at some point. And that leads me into the third system that you want to have in place to help you scale. And that is a team of profit drivers. So a team of profit drivers are what we call in my company social sellers. These are the people that come in to our company and they nurture and they build rapport and they build know, like, and trust, and they support and activate every single lead in our community. Okay, it's very hands-on. It's two-way conversation. It's not aggressive. It's very authentic and genuine. And we're really just getting into conversations with people who are there because they want our help, right? So if you have a team of profit drivers, okay, then you have people who are going out on your behalf and activating and nurturing and bringing your leads into conversations and then closing them into your programs. Imagine if you have that in place, you have these leads, all these leads join in your group, and then you have someone building, you have your profit driving team building relationships, building rapport, building two-way conversation, nurturing them, hitting them with those 16 plus touches in no time at all, and then closing them and signing them into your programs, and you're on vacation, right? You're off in the other room having dinner with your family, right? So what I want you guys to understand is a lot of people hire team like VAs. They just hire VAs. That's what everyone says to me every day. And what VA should I don't hire VAs. I don't have a single VA on my team. I have profit drivers on my team. Every one of my team members make money and revenue and sales in my company for me. Okay. So every single team member who's part of my company generates sales for me. They don't cost me money. They make me money. Okay. They actually earn more sales and revenue in my company than I'm paying them. So there's profit there. Right? They're not costing me money. They're making me money, and they're making an abundance of money while they're doing that. So what I want you guys to understand is, like, there's nothing wrong with hiring VAs, but if you're just hiring people that are just getting random stuff done that is not producing revenue in your company, you are leaving so much money on the table, and you're missing an opportunity to build a team that can run your company for you. Right? If your company has to be run by you 24/7, you're in big trouble. Should you ever want to take vacation or have to take time off, or something happens and you can't be in your business. If I step out of my business for any amount of time, I will still have leads, brand new leads flooding into my email list and my Facebook group every day. I will still have sales happening while I'm away into a 12-month incubator program, because that's the only thing I have available is a big hybrid 12-month program. I will have that happening while I'm not here. And I will have those clients that are in that program taken well care of while I'm on vacation or whatever it is, right? So you have to build out these systems in your business to support that, if that is a vision of yours. If you would love to have leads coming into your audience while you're on vacation, and then you have someone in your company who is activating them and nurturing them and getting them into your content and having conversations and selling them into your program, and then they're being taken care of while they're in your program and you're on vacation, if that's what you think of when you think of scaling, right? You think of scaling and you're like, yes, that's exactly what I want it to look like. And you don't want to be trading that time for money, you're going to need to have a team of profit drivers, social sellers, people that are doing that for you every single day. Otherwise, it all falls onto you. It falls onto you. And that means you have to forever trade time for money. And that if you have to take time off, your business stops running. Clients don't get served. No new leads hit your audience. And there's no sales conversations happening, right, while you're away. So this is what I wanted to really dive in and talk to you guys about today and share with you. So those three core systems, guys, for scale: a scalable business model that is not trading your time for money, and then a strong lead generation system that brings 10 to 20 leads a day minimum into your business, and then hits them with 16 plus human connection touches. And then the third system is having a team of profit drivers, AKA social sellers, people who are doing this for you. They're nurturing those leads, they're activating those leads, they're selling those leads. Okay, all with you not having to do that, so that you can be the CEO, the face of your company, get behind the video and the mic, right? Get into more collaborations and features. Be the CEO of your company and just lead your team, drive the vision of your company, right? That's what scale is. That's what scale means. Scale is not just, oh, I made a bunch of money this month, or, oh, hey, cool, I brought on this many clients, and then can I do it again? Can I do this again and again and again? Are you set up to rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat? That is scale, okay? So a lot of people get confused that scaling is just making more money or bringing on more clients. No, scale is when you can continue to grow your revenue, your income and impact over and over and over and over and over and over. And you rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger over and over and over. There's a lot of people that hit that high and then they drop down and they're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it again. Or they hit some level of success and then they fall 10 steps back because they can't handle it. They weren't set up for that, right? For that growth like that. So you just want to make sure that you're really set up for that. And you want to make sure that you have these systems in place to allow you to scale. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope this was helpful. I don't see any questions right now, but we'll definitely, my team and I will be in the DMs with you guys in the comments, making sure that we answer any questions that you have. If you're a replayer, give us a hashtag replay. Definitely drop any questions you have about these three core systems for scale. If you have any questions at all, let us know. And if you'd like to talk to myself or my team about working with myself and my team is on standby. Go ahead and drop DM in the comments, and my team will get in the DMs with you and ask you a few questions to see if we can help you set up these systems in your company and help you have an actual simplified long-term sustainable scale in your business. So just type DM in the comments if you would like my team to reach out to you, and we can talk about working together, see if you're a great fit, see if you are in a place where we can help you set this up. If not, we'll provide some resources so that you guys have some more information on what these systems might look like for you, and get you to a place of starting to get things in order so that you can come back and we can be a perfect match. All right. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you guys next week.